kind of Catalana mix.
Creme de Catalana. You have like creme de cacao, which is cocoa, creme de banana,
No,
creme de menthe, creme de Catalana.
Yeah, it's a bit like creme brulee.
Sounds shit.
No, it's nice. It's what anyway. What were you going to tell me to do with the custard powder? Drink what? Rum and custard powder.
Yeah. That sounds epic.
Well, why didn't you make it?
I had a sort out of our cupboards in the kitchen today.
Yeah.
It's only been 3 years since the kitchen was put in. But in that 3 years, we already have fucking many out-of-date things, including like fucking glacé cherries in a tin, which went out of date in 2012.
Ugh.
Who the fuck eats glacé cherries? I don't even know why they exist. I don't even know what they are.
Well, if you make little fairy cakes, you put them on the top.
Yeah, you're a little fairy cake.
Right. I should probably tell you, Steph, we're live now, by the way. So welcome everyone to this stream. I have my basically the reason I couldn't start because I was trying to start straight after the failure of a scam baiting stream. However, my friend Stefan called me and I said, "Oh, why don't you stream with me?" Stefan isn't a YouTube person. Well, whatever happened with your YouTube channel? You made some quite interesting videos that got like 5 views on each.
They were rubbish. They weren't interesting. I gave up.
Yeah.
I'm up for it. YouTube has potential from my point of view. I just don't yet know where my focus is, and that's why I'm standing back.
Well, some of your videos were enjoyable, but yeah, Stefan doesn't have a channel. He's my real life friend. If you believe I have real life.
The only one. The only one.
Oh wow, Lord Lolsey, if that's actually true, shit, you can't message on. That would be amazing. Well, basically, are you, Steph? I don't know if you're aware of Chris Chan. Did you ever hear the streams I did talking about Chris Chan?
No. No.
Okay, he was this guy that was. He's a high functioning autistic, but basically all of his life has been documented on the internet, more or less, a lot by himself, but also a lot of people have trolled him and done some incredibly odd and mean things to him. But the guy in the chat here just said that he is apparently one of the people that was involved in that, and he'd be willing to take questions on it. So if that's actually true, it's a shame we have no way of verifying it. But then it'd be very interesting to make a video and to talk about these things. But yeah, the Chris Chan story is a very odd one. He's now a transsexual. He's now Christine Chan. And yeah, unless you've ever fallen down, I've got Stefan on camera, guys, so I can see the face that he's making when I've told him, and he doesn't know what the hell I'm on about. And unless you've fallen down that rabbit hole, it's a very hard thing to describe. But once you fall down that rabbit hole, there's a lot of information to discover.
Tell me on. I literally have no knowledge of Chris Chan or what you're on about.
I made a video about Chris Chan, in fact.
I'm telling you. All your videos or any of them.
Well, there you go. Well, I made a video about the three incels. That's what I made. Chris Chan, Lorne, and Robert Hocker.
Are you saying they're comparable, the three of them?
Yeah. Oh, you're aware of Lorne is, because I've talked about him enough, haven't
you? I know who Lorne is, vaguely, but I don't know the details. But yes, I know who Lorne is.
Right, and do you know who Robert Hocker is?
No, not at all.
Okay. Oh, Robert Hocker is a bit more obscure because I came across him because he sent me a bunch of messages when you used to be able to message people on YouTube. He sent me a bunch of messages telling me to stop scam baiting, and then I found his blog where he wanted the death penalty for all scam baiters, and then I went a bit deeper and found like he had these weird blogs about like sexual fantasies, and I went on his Facebook page and all of his Facebook friends were a bunch of like fake Asian women profiles. So yeah, Robert Hocker was one of them. So Chris Chan, Lorne, and Robert Hocker are the three weird people I follow. I've fallen down their odd rabbit holes, for better or for worse.
Chris Chan kind of sounds like a cool ninja.
Yeah, I suppose so, but you're thinking of like Jackie Chan.
Well, yeah, obviously. But like, it's hard to put it into relevance. I don't know who any of these people are. I don't know really who Lorne is. I know you talk about Lorne. I kind of have a vague idea about Lorne.
Well, the thing is, it would be very annoying for the people in the chat if I sat and described who Lorne is, because they're all fully aware.
No, I totally get that. I have enough awareness to know that Lorne is like this big being, but yeah, I don't know who the other two are.
It's big being. But you know why Lorne was famous or infamous?
Yeah. I get that.
Yeah. Well. Anyway, let's not talk about those people, because I'm moving this channel on from that kind of subject, hopefully. And I've got big plans. Yeah. I was gonna start doing a podcast called Asking for a Friend. This is my new scheme.
Is that just because you have no friends?
No, it's not because I have no friends. It's called Asking for a Friend because it's about like taboo subjects.
Oh, like I got my dick stuck in it. Oh, my friend got his dick stuck in a goat. What should he do? Friend, it wasn't me. Honest.
So you had sex with a goat, and
well, no, my friend might have done.
He was taking photos.
Oh, the goat.
The goat took photos. The goat took photos. It's not going to be taboo subjects like having people that like having sex with goats. No, it's going to be taboo subjects that are like interesting, like.
What is interesting about someone having sex with a goat?
Like an interview with a furry or something. Something like that, like someone who sexually identifies as a furry.
I don't know what a furry is. What are you on about?
A furry is someone that dresses up like an animal. But I don't want to offend furry. This is a whole thing. Like, this is a real thing. These people do this, and I don't want to offend them because some of them do it, and it's like just for fun because they enjoy doing it. But some of them get like a sexual pleasure from dressing up as animals and making love to each other.
Okay.
So what do you think?
What do I think? Were you about to say?
What do you think of the furries then, from what I've told you?
I'm making a lot of assumptions in my head, but so they get sexual. What you're saying is they get sexual gratification out of doing sexual stuff with each other, as in like they're all in costumes or.
Yeah, like they dress up as like a bear or something, and then they'll make love to each other.
What, make love to another bear?
Yeah. Another person dressed as a bear, not a real bear.
Yeah, but it's not like into animals. They're not like a bear.
It's not bestiality, no.
No, but like a bear versus like a hippo or something.
Well, I guess, yeah, they have like, it's like,
So if you got a dog and a cat, are they allowed to?
It's like a second persona these people have.
Yeah, I've seen like a group of dogs being dogs. I've seen a group of cats being cats. I kind of get a bit of what you're saying, but I've not seen a bear. I mean, that's more specific. Is a bear allowed to have sex with another animal, or is it just bear on bear?
No, I think they're allowed to sort of cross animal. I mean, because underneath the costumes, they're all humans in the end. So I think but it might be let's say like a bear does a turtle or something. They might be like, oh, that is taboo. You can't do that because that is a mammal with an amphibian, and that's not on. But like the people that are doing it, the turtle lady, like she's all slutty and that, and she's going, oh, well, go on, put your big bear cock in me.
Your big bear cock in my turtle behind.
Yeah, and the bear dude's like, yeah, oh, fucking a turtle. But everyone else in the community is like,
what the?
What, like, you can't do that. If they were seen at, like, Comic-Con holding hands, they would probably be ousted.
Big bestiality, but like a bear could do that with a stag or a deer or like a giraffe or something bigger.
I don't. Well, no, because I think like the main things that they tend to have as their animal things is either bears or lions, cats, a lot of cats, dogs. Bears, lions, cats, and dogs are the main ones. They all tend to be the feline family, with the exception of the bear.
So, excuse my naivety here, but like, if you get two people dressed, they're dressed in costumes? They must be.
Yeah.
And they meet each other, like, I assume they don't actually have sex. They just mimic it.
No, I don't know. Well, Mark seemed to know a lot about it, and apparently when the furries do it, it's called yiff. But no, when they have sex, it'll be real sex, won't it? They're not just going to rub up against each other.
So you're telling me that a bloke in a bear suit and a girl in a lion suit are going to actually have sex? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it could be.
Could be. Could be what? As in, could be same sex, different sex, or could be different costumes? What? Bearing in mind, I've never heard of this before.
Could be gays or straights or in between.
Okay, right. So I apologise for assuming that a bloke bear would shag a girl lion. All right, so let's assume that everyone's blokes.
Yeah.
A bear shag a tiger, or
why in the first scenario that you've thought of is it all men? That's more interesting to me psychologically. Why in this orgy have you chosen for it to be only men?
No, right. I literally rewind 30 seconds, and my assumption was that a bloke bear would be shagging a girl lion.
Why assuming things about the furries?
No.
Yeah.
That's what my natural assumption was. It would be a bloke and a girl, and then I clarified and said, actually, that's a bit wrong. Maybe it's a bloke and a bloke, or a girl and a girl. And at that point, you clarified my pinpointing of male versus female sexualness.
Did I?
Oh, yeah, you did. Initially, I was like, girl on boy. And then I was like, oh, maybe it's not. And then
so initially you were like, girl on
boy.
Boy, and then you were like, oh, do you know what's better than girl on boy? Man on man.
You're right. Fair. That's what I was getting.
Anyway, let's move away from furries.
Reality.
Yeah.
PC.
Oh, and someone said they wanted the title explained before the stream started. I called it Mama's Cumquat. It's actually a reference to Peep Show, which is one of my favourite TV series is ever, because it's amazing. You liked Peep Show, didn't you, Steph?
I absolutely adore Peep Show. It is like one of those intelligent British comedies that is so well above what it is that is just you can't even explain how great it is. It is on so many levels just amazing.
It's to explain, guys, if you haven't ever seen Peep Show, it's a comedy about two guys, but you can hear their thoughts, and one of them's kind of a straight edge, bit stuck up, works hard, and the other one's a sort of slacker, living off his mate's money and not paying rent. But it's a very realistic dynamic, but you hear their thoughts as well. And yeah, if you haven't watched Peep Show, I would highly recommend it to anyone in the chat. In fact, I'm wearing my JLB credit T-shirt at the moment, which is a little nod to Peep Show because the company he works for is JLB Credit. Yeah, a lot of people are put off by the title because it's called Peep Show, but it's a comedy. It's not about looking at Victorian ladies in undergarments, as some of you might think when you hear the words Peep Show.
It's not just comedy. It is a brilliant comedy. It is so clever on all sorts of levels. It is one of the best, if not the best. It is brilliant.
Do you think you could pinpoint a favourite episode?
I don't think I could. No, I think they're all. I don't want to sound lame and be like non-committal, but they are all amazing. They are brilliant. Ooh.
I think one of my favourite scenes, it's quite late, and I know a lot of people, it wasn't so popular the later seasons, but when Jez and Mark both fancy Dobby, and they go to like on a train somewhere together, and Jez like sneaks on the train by accident, and then he's convinced that Mark is going to propose to Dobby before he can confess his love to her. And they're having a picnic together, and he convinces himself that he's hidden a ring in the Scotch egg, and he just like grabs the Scotch egg and starts ripping it apart. And it's just so beautifully done, the way you can hear his thoughts, like, which are completely, well, not rational, but to an extent understandable. But to the two watching him, they're like, why the fuck are you taking that Scotch egg apart? But yeah, that's one of my favourite scenes.
It is absolutely amazing. It is what have they done between themselves since Peep Show? Do they like collaborate on stuff, or are they completely separated and doing their own thing?
No, what's his name? David Mitchell's done loads. No, and they've done another series since. I watched it. It was all right, actually.
Another series of Peep Show?
No, not of Peep Show. Of with those two in it. Back, it was called, and it was like about.
Never heard of it.
Oh, it's worth watching. It's a bit hard not to see them as Mark and Jeremy, but yeah, it's those two again.
Back.
Yeah, it's called Back, and it's about like Mark was the son or something, or one of them was an adopted son, and he's just returned and like was given something in the will when they're forced together. It's pretty good. It's not amazing. It's certainly not as good as. Yeah. Dobby was hot, Mark says. I don't see it with Dobby. Oh, in the office supply.
Oh, wind your neck in. Dobby was hot. Of course she was.
No. Big Suze was hot.
Big Caesar. Dobby was hot, man. Seriously.
Izzy Sooty, she's a female stand-up comedian, isn't she?
Yeah. A really good one as well.
Yeah. She's very funny. Funny lady. Should we liven things up a bit? Should we get Mark and Andy in and just make this party a bit more raucous, if Mark's up for it? I don't know if you've ever met Mark, but obviously you know Andy. Hold on one sec, guys. Let's make this. Right, how do I add someone to this? Let's make this a party. How do I add someone to this party? Hold on. No. Oh yeah, the big button that says like add people. Andy.
This is the moment that you've been waiting for.
And Mark. Right, add. Let's see. Mark needs one set. Oh yeah.
Hello.
Hello, Mark.
Technically.
I'm good. How are you?
Not bad, not bad.
And this is Stefan, Mark, my real life friend, if you believe that.
Wow, first time I've seen a real life friend of Adam.
Yeah.
It's not true. It's not true at all.
I went to school with Stefan. That's how long we go back.
And you did so badly at school.
What happened? What?
Well, you seem surprised. What?
You said
You're good at school.
I cut. You cut out a little bit.
Yeah. I was just saying you did quite badly at school.
Well, thanks, man. Don't bring that up. It's my birthday today, and now you've reminded me of how I failed my GCSEs.
Yeah, but look where you are now. You're living the dream.
I'm selling my masks in the centre, and I'm, you know, I've got my spot in the community centre. I'm in rehab. I'm living the dream. Terry wants to know, Steph, if you can tell any deep dark secrets from when we were at school together.
Give me 5 minutes. I'll have a think.
All right. So how have you been, Mark? Since Mark made a bit of a faux pas. Well, I suppose that's not the right way to describe it. I am 15 today, thank you, CK. Big 15 years old. Mark invited me to a party on PlayStation. And then...
Technically speaking, I just left it public. I didn't actually invite you.
Okay, he did. Oh, right, you just left it public. That makes sense, I see. So you...
Your own accord.
Because then when I entered the party, I was like in there and I was like, hello, 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 and I got no response from Mark. And then after a little while, I just heard, oh. And I was like, what? So I thought I better leave. When I say party, I mean like when you speak to someone on PlayStation Network, not an actual party. But apparently Mark just had it on public, so he was just hoping that's what gets him off. Disgusting.
And you're not denying any of that. So what? That is what you did. You just opened the party room, hoping people would join in your
sordid session. I'm just going to leave a public party and then knock one out while I'm on PlayStation Network. I bet you were in the vanilla unicorn.
No, at the time I got off to get something out the oven, and when I came back, I just sat down. That's all anybody can do. Go, down in the sea.
All right. Yeah.
You see, you've heard that. Thought it was something a bit more sordid.
Yeah, it did sound more sordid.
Pretty sordid from where I'm coming from.
Steph, I think you need to, because you're on your phone, aren't you? I think you need to speak a bit clearer into the microphone, because you're sounding a bit like the teacher. No, who is it in Charlie Brown when they make the phone calls? Yeah.
I'm literally sat here talking to my phone, so I do apologise.
Well, that's much better. That's much clearer. So, So yeah, guys, what else can we talk about? Apparently, we had Blue Spike in the chat, although I'm not sure if he's still here, which is pretty mental. But I'm not sure if it was really him or not. That would have been quite an interesting conversation.
I have no idea who Blue Spike is.
One of the people that trolled Chris Chan.
Was he
Is
the
that
one
Kung Fu
Chris
expert?
Chan to stick Sonichu up his bottom?
Yes, that one.
Ah,
Yeah, the one that Oh, that call is harrowing. But yeah, so and of course there's for those who are in the know, we've got some even more interesting lawn material to listen to over the last few days. Like the latest call where he gets the call is. I know I said I'm not going to talk about this, but it's too funny not to. Like, he goes, "You need to stop thinking." Do I need to stop thinking, or do people need to stop talking? It's like, what? Even that guy is something else.
I don't want to like step in and take over your stream, ad, but like, what are you on about? Seriously.
Right. To a complete outsider, let me try and break this down. So you're vaguely aware of who Lorne is, right?
Yeah, I get that, but like, what? From what I know of Lorne, his stuff was like years in the past and been done with. And I get like there's various trolls and various different YouTube channels that talk about Lorne, but why is he still current? That is like my.
Because people are still talking to him.
But is he engaging with people still?
Yeah,
like,
he thinks right. Do you know what brought him to infamy?
Yeah, I know the backstory. Yeah, and I know like why he's become famous, but I don't understand why he is still engaging with people. And
because he's
my basic knowledge of Lorne is that it's in the past and it's been done and dusted. But
no.
clearly not. It's still going on.
He thinks he's dating the decoy from the Sting House.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, but really?
Yeah.
You're both very convincing.
No, he is. There's video evidence out there. You can watch the videos. He thinks he is. There's lots of and he thinks he's talking to her dad, and he's speaking to this guy, and
just people just trying to wind him up and trying to catch him out, or what?
Well, I guess so, but we'll not catch him out. I think it's more for entertainment value than anything else. And to see how gullible it is. He is.
He believes it's real.
Yeah. This is a guy that's been catfished like over 4, 5, 6 times.
So why is he not more skeptical, and why is he not more cautious?
Because some people just don't learn from their mistakes. The theory that I came up with Andy when he was here, he's busy at the moment, so he can't join us this evening. But the theory I came up with when Andy was here was that I think deep down he knows it's not real, but he's just so desperate for interaction or something. I don't know how else anyone could believe that, but I know that the aim of the people trolling him is to see how gullible he is, and it's incredible the lengths, like the things that he believes, not just the fact that he thinks he's dating the decoy from this Sting House, but the other things they've been telling him, like how he's gonna get a job in a lighthouse and such. See, I can see your face, Steph, but no one else can, so you have to verbalise. You have to verbalise what's going through your head to make this entertaining.
I'm unaware of what you're transmitting on YouTube, but so that gives me all kinds of confusion in my head. Like, I can't even begin to explain my confusion.
Well, there you go. The guy's, honestly, it's a harsh word to use, but he is retarded.
Yeah, but is that not inherently wrong of people to mock? I mean, like, he's a dick, clearly, but...
Oh, here we get into the ethics. I'm always getting into the ethics on this. Yeah.
Is it not wrong to mock him and make a not necessarily a living out of it, but like
well, they're definitely not making a living out of it, but
no, but there's like inherently issues. Well, there should be. I'd like to think that. I mean, this is not. I don't know. Bullying's the wrong word because he probably deserves to be bullying. He's probably a dick, but
well. You said before we started the stream we were it was okay to disclose your profession, Steph. So sure, you've come across. I know now you don't deal face to face with these, but surely you've come across some pretty horrible people that have deserved to be messed with. No.
Right. Well, that opens a bigger picture and a bigger question because like who gets to decide who gets to be messed with and who doesn't get to be messed with? You know, it's like that opens a whole different can.
Well, yeah. Well, anyway, the difficulty is with discussing this stuff. I mean, I love it for the entertainment, but we always do seem to end up talking about the ethics of the whole thing. Anyway, what's more interesting? Oh, are you boys excited for Red Dead 2?
Oh, yeah.
Pre-order. Yeah.
Have you both pre-ordered it already?
26th October, yeah. Of course we have.
I don't know, I'm still... It's like
Do a whole new stream called What Dick Doesn't Pre-Order Red Dead?
Well, yeah, but it's like 70 quid. I was thinking I might wait a month or two after it's been out till it gets down to like 50.
Because you're a dick and you don't support the Red Dead team that have been spending like 10 years building this.
Well, I don't think they have spent 10 years making it, but they spent...
They fucking have. That is how long it's been. Give them some money, support them, because they are geniuses. They fucking deserve all the money I can afford.
Well, it's Rockstar, isn't it?
Yeah, of course it is.
But do you think they deserve all the money you can afford for GTA?
Meh.
It's a very value for money game.
Yeah, well...
You, Adam.
Oh, yeah, no, I've always said it is. I mean, I know they try to get people to buy the shark cards and stuff, but if you're willing to grind, nothing's out of your grasp. So, yeah, it's definitely...
Is a whole new league, and yeah, of course they deserve the money. They are legends. They're absolute fucking gods.
Well, the game's not even out yet. It might be shit.
It won't be, though.
No, it won't. If it's half as...
They spent 10 years making a game, and it is shit, then that is their loyalty gone forever.
Well...
It won't be shit.
It won't
It'll be
shit.
amazing.
No, if it's half as good as the first one, it's going to be insane.
Yeah, of course.
Well. Right, should we have a quick musical break and you guys can think of some topics? I've got a song here. I think it's copyright free, and I said we would have some music as well. So I'll whack this on in the background, and we can think about what we're going to talk about.
Time to go for a waz and get a drink.
Yeah.
If I could take you up in paradise on the ocean, if you would tell me I'm the only one that you love, life is your dream, sweetheart. Hello, hello again.
I don't care. I'm going to go for a waz and Why am I talking to you then?
You know everyone can still hear you guys, by the way.
Oh, you were breaking up a bit there, Adam.
Oh. Right, I'm done with that song. It's annoying me now. It was copyright free and like the first one that I found. And sorry, it was a bit loud. Everyone say it sounded like the Chipmunks, so...
Thank God you hear it.
No, well, I used to like the Chipmunks. Chipmunks were cool.
Yeah, when you're years old.
Yeah, do you know who I used to really like was the... oh, what are they called? The California Dates. Do you remember them?
What, the raisins?
Yeah, but they were like these singing raisin people.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, they were. They used to, I think they sound like Beach Boys songs and stuff, so I like them.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was never a fan of those little things. Ugh.
No.
Nah.
See, I liked anything that was like old surfer songs and things like that.
Alright. Bit of a surfer dude.
Well, I suppose not a surfer dude as a kid, but a skateboarder. That's what. Yeah. I didn't live near the sea. Do you know, it's weird, CG Rooster, you should say, let's talk Trump. When I was talking to Steph before we started the stream, he said we could talk about Trump, but the opinions are so divided on Trump, it just ends up in arguments, so I wasn't too keen on talking about him to be.
Are they divided?
Well, I just don't really care about him, to be honest. It's America, let them do whatever they want.
Regardless of America versus the rest of the world, surely everyone thinks he's an absolute knobber. But then, like, your American followers, do they not think that Trump's a dick?
I don't think so. I think they mostly just don't want to talk about him anymore.
Is that because they're quite pro-Trump? Are your followers? Are you pro-Trump? Is that what you're saying?
I made like one very off the cuff comment in a scam baiting stream about Trump. It wasn't even like something like, oh, he's a knob or something like that. It was something like, oh, I'm gonna build a wall. Oh, like Trump or something like that. And someone was like, I've had enough of you slacking off Trump, and I'm unsubscribing because I said something about Trump.
I guess if you've got a fan base like you have, which a lot of which might be in America, then yeah, you probably need to tread carefully because you don't know what the views are of your followers. I guess.
Well, everyone has opposing views, but it's about. I mean, that was only a sort of off the cuff joke. I don't pretend to really understand politics. It's not something that particularly interests me.
Yeah, but your followers are probably more worldwide than some YouTube pages. Yours are going to be a lot of your followers are going to be American, I guess.
Yeah, I probably.
And so because of that, you need to be careful, I suppose.
What about what I say about Trump? Well, yeah, I'm not interested in politics, but I did used to love fucking the thick of it.
Oh yeah, I
remember
that.
The Thick of It. The Thick of It was brilliant. Malcolm Tucker, who was meant to be like what's his name, that spin doctor guy, Alistair.
Darling. Is it Alistair Darling?
No, I don't think it was Alistair Darling, but no, I don't. Yeah, Terry, I don't know why Stefan assumes most of my viewers would be American. Well, I think most of them are, though. It's just well, I think most of my viewers are intelligent Americans. Surely couldn't trust Clinton, white male, but I quite liked Bill Clinton. But obviously Hillary is different. Yeah, he does mean Hillary, but Bill was her advisor, wasn't he? Hey, Remy Roseanne.
Have I made assumptions about your followers? Are they not mainly American then?
I have followers from all around the world.
Yeah, I get that. You're a god, and everyone thinks you're amazing. But I just assumed that purely because most of your feeds are about IRS scams and stuff. IRS scams seem to be, from my point of view, an American thing.
Yeah.
There's less English versions, I would imagine.
Well, they do an equivalent in the UK, but it's a lot harder to get them on the phone.
Yeah, but
They
YouTube is based on the American version, is it not?
Yeah. I mean, the reason that I titled my scam baiting channel IRS scammers, because they were the scammers that I was most interested in, but it was just the audacity of the scam. To pretend to work for the government. The fact that they're saying to people like, we're going to arrest you when they're the criminals, was always a lot more interesting. I managed to make one video though with the HMRC scammers, which is like the UK equivalent. And it was almost exactly the same kind of scare tactics. That's why I disliked those scammers the most and devoted most of my time to them.
Did it involve the same, like, iTunes vouchers and that kind of stuff?
What?
The HMRC, the English version of the...
Yeah, they still wanted to be paid in iTunes codes, yeah.
Yeah.
It's because the money's like technically already laundered when they get it. They just take the code and then they sell it to like the dark web or to some site that will sell like cheap iTunes codes. So they'll get that.
Like with the Google Play cards, what they can do is create dummy apps that they can launder the money through. They just put the code in to pay for the dummy apps, and then because basically they own the dummy apps, and then they get the money through that way.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's also because it's like untraceable if you're paying in cards and things as well, isn't it? The HMRC, Rami Roseanne, is Her Majesty's Revenue and Customs, which is the equivalent of the Internal Revenue Services in the UK. And is Mr. Bean a national treasure? Everyone does love Mr. Bean, but I was never a huge fan. I've met Rowan Atkinson. He was a bit of an odd guy. He was a bit like Mr. Bean in real life, which was strange. I was working in a shop when I met him, and he came in and bought a DVD and like didn't really say anything. Sorry?
Was that a record house?
Yeah, that was at the record house, yeah.
He's kind of local, or he used to be. He used to be in, not far from Record House.
Yeah, it was over like Wallingford Way or something like that, out there in one of those tiny little village hamlets. And he came in the shop, and he came in when I worked in Waitrose as well, the supermarket, showing how posh I am. I worked in Waitrose. They wouldn't give you a job in Waitrose, would they, Steph? You had to go and work in Co-op.
That's not actually true. I worked in both Co-op and Waitrose, so middle finger.
You didn't get into Waitrose first time round. They were like, no, you're too scummy. Go and work in Co-op.
They were like, you need to be like normal and straight, and you need to be a bit edgy.
You need to be a bit edgy.
Well, yeah. You need to be a bit of a character. You need to be a bit of a posh child.
Yeah, exactly.
Mummy needs to breastfeed you still. If you're not being breastfed, then
You can't work in Waitrose. Yeah, so the edge. I was working in Waitrose with the edgy breastfeeders, and Rowan Atkinson came into Waitrose, and everyone was going mad, like, oh look, there's Rowan Atkinson, and following him around. Yeah.
It must be quite hard being famous. Like, literally, wherever you go, people follow you around.
Yeah, but when he came into Record House, I actually had a direct contact with him, and he was just a bit like, oh, he just kind of put his money out, and he didn't say thank you, and that annoyed me a bit. Although I loved Blackadder, to be fair. I'm not a huge Mr. Bean fan, but Blackadder was amazing.
I didn't like all of the Blackadders, only number 2 and number 4.
Oh, the final one was brilliant, though. Blackadder goes 4th, yeah.
Yeah.
The end of that was something else. Yes, Carl Pilkington's got a new TV series coming out in the next couple of weeks, I think, called Sick of It. And it's like him, and he's got an imaginary friend that is played by himself. I love Carl Pilkington, and obviously the stuff he did with Stephen Merchant and Ricky Gervais was fantastic. There was...
What was his last series called?
Sorry?
What was his last series called? The current one, the previous one.
What, Derek?
No, Carl Pilkington.
Oh, what, An Idiot Abroad?
No, beyond that, it's an idiot. What's it called? I can't use my phone because I'm talking to you on it. Literally, this evening, me and my other half were sat here thinking about things to watch on TV, and I put on Carl Pilkington, and she was like, "Let's not put on this Dick. I fucking don't like it." And then 10 minutes later, she was pissing herself laughing and saying, "Do you know what? I'm actually quite similar to Carl Pilkington."
Yeah, but what series is this? I want to know what series you're talking about. If it's not An Idiot Abroad.
It wasn't an Idiot Abroad. It was the more recent one. It was like, what was it called? I'll try and find it.
What does he do in it?
Very similar to An Idiot Abroad, to be fair. Let me try and...
I'll have to IMDb it now, because this is no good. Oh, The Moaning of Life, is that it?
Yeah, yes, it was The Moaning of Life.
Thank you, Butler. Right, I haven't seen The Moaning of Life.
Who said that, The Moaning of Life?
Butler.
Well done. Yeah, that's exactly what it was. So, I mean, it's basically the same as Carl Pilkington. It's an ongoing saga. But I just... He comes across as stupid, but clearly he's not. He can't be.
Well, no, he can't be, because he met Gervais and Merchant when he was a producer at XFM. That's not a job that you just walk into.
Yeah, but still, he comes across as fucking stupid. It's like, when I meet you, Ad, it's basically when I meet you in person. You come across as like this fucking really simple, confused, unaware guy of the world, and yet once you drill into your life, you get a bit more substance behind you. But from an abstract...
What do you mean by that? I'm not confused.
Well, you're quite simple for a stranger.
You just call me confused and simple.
For a stranger, yeah. From someone that first meets you.
You think people's first impressions of me is that I'm confused and simple?
Yeah, I've known you a long time, so...
Well, that doesn't make it better.
What do you want me to say? I'm surprised you're not hosting Mastermind.
I could host Mastermind.
Could you?
Yeah. Hello, my name's Adam Adamson, and tonight your subject is homosexuals.
Come sit in my chair.
Dun, 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 dun. I'm sorry, I'll have to accept that as your final answer. And today we have a Mr. Cock of Munster. And anyway. See, I could easily present Mastermind.
I don't want to know where this thought process is going.
You started, so we'll finish.
The Cumquat monster.
Yeah, I've started, so I'll finish. Imagine Magnus Magnuson like an orgy.
I've started.
I've started, so I'll finish.
Oh.
They should make, like they make these porn parody movies. Have you ever seen any of those porn parody movies?
I've heard you tell me about them.
That's a lie. I stand up against that. But they should make like Mastermind porn parody where like.
Is that what you're into? Is it? Like leather chairs.
Yeah, leather chairs.
And
What did you say?
spinning around. The chair spin, I assume.
I don't know. Why did you go when you said that? Why do spinning chairs disgust you? But yet earlier you were talking about a homosexual orgy of furries, and that turned you on.
I never said. I never said that.
I mean, what are you doing? Why are you making those noises? What you're looking like you're looking up in the air as if you guys could see Stefan on camera at the moment, he's like going like waving the flagons of jism to his face.
No, I'm putting the dirty thoughts away.
All right, but why do the dirty thoughts look like penises and you're wanking them?
Yeah, I'm just saying wanking off a load of penises. No, you're talking about Furbies or whatever you're on about. I don't like Furbies.
Furries. Furbies are the children's toy.
Would they like a toy or something?
Yeah. Yeah.
I guarantee I will give you the same reaction if you give me a Furby or a furry. I'm not interested.
Well, okay. What would you prefer? A cuddle with a Furby or being in a room of furry orgies?
I think I'm not an expert on Furbies, but I think you can teach Furby. Can you not? They're an intelligent toy.
You can teach a Furby, but you'll never teach a furry. Is that what you're trying to say?
I think what I'm saying is I prefer a Furby over a furry.
Okay. Johnny Utah has asked, have we ever had a negative experience with an American tourist? Well,
I had a positive experience.
I can tell you when there are American tourists on the metro here in Spain, you can hear them from a long way away. They talk very, very loud. But normally I'm like this sort of messiah to the American tourists because they're like, they're like, do you speak English? And I'm like, yes, I speak English. And they're like, wow, this Spanish man's English is incredible. And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, can you tell us how to get to the Sagrada Familia? And I'm like, yeah, you just need to jump on Blue Line, Line 4, just a few stops up. Oh, thanks, man.
Were you in EastEnders? I used to hear of young boy in EastEnders.
Like, yeah, that happens sometimes. They're like, you're British, are you famous? I go, no. And they go, yeah, you are. You look like that man. Okay.
Do you know my friend Jeff? He lives in Manchester. You must know him.
yeah. Sorry, we're being quite rude about American people now.
They'd say the same about us.
Yeah, exactly. We don't. In fact, yeah, I find it amusing when American people do British accents. Can you do an impression of an American person?
Hello, I'm getting on a train. Hello, is this a train?
Like Dick Van Dyke pretending to be a
Oh
cop.
yeah. Hello, Mary. Let's go up the apples and pears. You've got to pick a pocket or two. That's the wrong person, isn't it?
Is that your American English accent?
Yeah, that's my American doing a Cockney accent. Chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim
I
chimney.
will apologise in advance for my lack of knowledge because I am quite drunk. But the other day, my other half made me watch this program on Netflix that she said, you will really like this, it's brilliant. And it was the guy from Dexter, and I don't know his name, I apologise, but it was the guy from Dexter, and I thought, oh, this could be good. And yet he was doing an English accent.
Safe. That program was called.
Yeah.
I've seen
I
it.
could not watch that for shit. It annoyed the hell out of me.
I watched the whole thing. It was, it wasn't brilliant.
It was Dexter.
No, but do you know who I really liked in that? Was the family that hid the corpse. The dad of that family. That's Nigel Lindsay. He's also in Four Lions as Barry. You've seen Four Lions, right?
I love it. Four Lions.
Four Lions is a fantastic film. Guys in the chat, if you ever get a chance, watch Four Lions. It's a comedy about suicide bombers. And when I explain it like that, you'll be like, what the hell? I think I've mentioned it before, but it is fucking brilliant. But yeah, Nigel Lindsay was in that Safe series as well. He was the dad of that family that were like hiding the corpse for their daughter.
I just couldn't deal with Dexter's voice. It just annoyed me.
I thought his British accent was pretty good, but I've never seen Dexter.
What?
I've never seen Dexter. Rubber digging rapids, mate. But let's just. Oh, do you know, like, I'm quoting the movie here, guys, so please don't take. But there's Julia Davis is in that film. Have you guys seen Nighty Night? But Nighty Night.
Oh, I thought you said 99 then.
No, Nighty Night. It's called.
I think it's 99.
No, Nighty Night. Have you never watched Nighty Night?
Wait, is that a TV program? Oh, right. I was trying to think of a film.
It was Kevin Eldon, Julia Davis was the main person. Ruth Jones before she was in Gavin and Stacey.
Well, Julia Davis was in Gavin and Stacey.
No, Nighty Night. Julia Davis was the main character in. And Ruth Jones was in Nighty Night before she became real famous in Gavin and Stacey. But you didn't watch... Anyway, Julia Davis was in Nighty Night, which is a really dark, brilliant comedy. But yes, I've seen Jam. Oh, that show is so fucked up. When they go to the doctor. But I've been making... You'll appreciate this. I don't know if anyone else will. I've been working on this kind of homage to Chris Morris for a long time. Chris Morris was the director and writer of Four Lions and also the show Jam and Brass Eye, Nathan Barley. He's like so underrated. These shows are all fucking brilliant. Like without Chris Morris, we would have never had Charlie Brooker. And because Charlie Brooker was like Chris Morris's protege, and then Charlie Brooker.
Absolute god. I love Charlie Brooker. Everything he does, he's a legend.
Well, exactly right. Okay. Well, Charlie Brooker. You must have seen Nathan Barley, Steph.
I don't know. No, I'm quite drunk, and so this is not a direct relation to my normal thoughts. But I know. Go on, carry on. Who's Nathan
Nathan Barley. It was written by Charlie Brooker and Chris Morris together, and it's incredible. This show. It's like it predicted hipsters before hipsters were a thing, and it's just it sends up like, you know, all the sort of, we've got some friends that went off and did this and said, oh, I'm working in media in London, and really they're living off mummy and daddy's trust fund and the doll, and yeah, I can't believe Nathan. Go back and watch Nathan Barley. Like it's.
I'm surprised I don't know who Nathan Barley is, to be fair. I love Charlie Brooker.
Yeah, well, you need to watch that series.
Do you remember, like, last year, Charlie Brooker, like, every year, without fail, he does his, like, New Year swipe, where he talks about what happened in the last 12 months.
Yeah, yearly wipe, yeah.
His yearly wipe last year didn't exist. He basically turned around and said, I'm too busy, I can't do it, I'm sorry, but...
Yeah, that's because he's contracted by Netflix now to write, because this was the first ever series of Black Mirror with 6 episodes in it.
Black Mirror is fucking brilliant.
Yeah. Black Mirror is groundbreaking television.
You've done a whole feed on Black Mirror, so I won't talk on it, because I don't want to...
We can discuss it again. We haven't talked about it for a long time, but yeah, it's amazing.
It was absolutely awesome. I love Black Mirror, and have you ever met anyone that doesn't like it?
No, everyone loves Black Mirror. But that's because it's just so well done. Like, every episode is like a movie and thought-provoking.
I work with some people that are quite, I don't know. I don't have to explain the people I work with. Some of the people I work with are quite well-spoken. Not well-spoken, but they're like... Because of the nature of what I do, they can't be particularly opinionated or whatever. We're like an ordinary bunch of people, I would say.
Right.
And I've made like a few different people now watch the episode of Black Mirror where the Prime Minister has to fuck a pig.
Yeah, that's the first ever episode, and that...
It is fucking brilliant watching quite like sensible, serious people watch that episode without any knowledge of what Black Mirror is.
But it builds up so well to it, because like at first you're like, oh, this is a political drama, and then like, wait, he's about to have sex with a pig, and you're like, shit, he's not actually going to do it. It's not.
Watch it now. It's brilliant.
I love the way that at the end it turns out that the person that kind of made the whole thing happen was some kind of like, what's her name? Tracy Emmons type character, like some sort of artistic. But what?
I thought you were going to say Tracy Beaker.
Tracy Beaker?
Yeah. Don't worry,
wasn't that a kids show from years ago? Why
it's still current.
Is it still current?
Yeah, Tracy Beaker.
Yeah. Why are you watching Tracy Beaker? Are you a paedophile?
I just thought that's what you were going to say when you said Tracy.
But I'm more curious as to why you're going around watching, like, closing your curtains at 4:30 every day when Tracy Beaker comes on.
Because that's what I said. I closed my curtains
and wank off over Tracy Beaker. But isn't she a child?
But not anymore. She was when we were young. She's
grown up now. What is Tracy Beaker Nights or something? Like Hollyoaks Nights.
She's at least 17 now, so it's fine.
So that's fine then. 16 in England, so that's fine. Get your Tracy Beakers out. Can't believe that, Stefan. What have you done to my podcast?
Do you know what I think? Right, I think it's a bit of a con. Because, like, legitimately, I innocently Skyped you tonight and said, "How you doing, mate? Haven't spoke to you in a while." And you're like, "Oh, wait there. I'll be back in a minute." And suddenly, you're transmitting some fucking virus across the world.
I'm not transmitting a virus. I'm
Well,
transmitting quality content here. This is, you know.
quality. Well, you say that, but how can you guarantee quality content if like the people involved there don't know what you're on about?
Well, no, it's kind of a character study. Like, let's have a look at this man who masturbates to Tracy Beaker. His life's going downhill. He's no one else can see, but Stefan he's talking to me on his phone because he's living in a bush. In
Living in your mum's bush.
get out of my mum's bush right now. Don't go there.
That is a whole separate issue, right?
Well, my mum's
Your mum's bush is a whole separate issue. Yeah. No. Can we talk about your mum's bush for a sec?
No, because we haven't got that much time.
Oh, well, alright.
I've lured him, yeah. I lured Stefan on so that you guys can see a real life reprobate. No, Stefan is an upstanding member of the community. He wanked the mayor off for a dare.
For a fee.
For a fee. For a go on his gold chain. You know, the big gold chain. You wanked him off while you wore his big gold chain. He was like, yeah, come on, Steph, wear my big gold chain. And you were like, stick Tracy Beaker on. We'll get done quicker. Oh, this has taken a turn. So, yeah. Who was your favourite Power Ranger?
Who are you talking to?
Just anyone that listens. And no, I can't do this all on my own.
I was never really into Power Rangers, to be honest.
No, I
Just
wasn't.
the same story in every single episode.
Yeah, they were a bit samey.
You're going to ask a question, you'll get a shit answer, let's be honest.
I was just trying to move on. Like...
Who was your favourite Power?
Oh.
Look at who you do either of us fucking have any interest in Power Rangers? Let's be honest.
Well, I don't know. You watched Tracy Beaker, so...
Tracy Beaker, like, in a few years, you know...
She'll be ripe. Is that what you're about to say?
More so than fucking Power Rangers.
In a few... I can't wait to get my hands on that Tracy Beaker in a few years.
To be fair, Tracy Beaker right now is probably 18.
Probably.
Oh yeah, because that fits your narrative. Probably she's 18. That makes the guilt after you've ejaculated feel a little bit less, doesn't it?
Did you hear about the Radio 2 phone-in with Jimmy Savile?
What, I don't know why everyone's saying he's such a bad guy. He fixed it for me to milk a cow blindfolded.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that's how I love Tracy Beaker.
What? How? How is that related to Tracy Beaker?
She fixed it for me to milk a cow blindfolded.
Did she? Is Tracy Beaker on the BBC?
Alright.
Wow. She's probably going to be part of Operation U-Tree. Yes, Carol, I am 38 today. Fucking heading towards 40 very quickly. I never thought I'd live to 40. I think I might do some... Yeah, but like in a blaze of glory. Like the end of Scarface. You fucking cockroaches! Say hello to my... This is a terrible Tony Montana impression. I've made Tony Montana sound like a Spanish retard. Say hello to my little friend. Yeah, that's not good.
Consuela doing bloody Scarface there.
Do you know what?
Sit
You
in
know,
London
do
and
you
live
want to
for
be
you.
more like?
What? Everyone's... It sounds like you're both talking to me from under the sea.
Do you know what your death will be more like?
What?
It would be more like, Sainsbury's, aisle 3, we've got a spillage. Does anyone want to clear this up? Anyone?
What? Because so many women have got moist around me that I drown in their juices.
You'll be like dead in an aisle and no one will want to clear it up.
I mean, why am I going to die in Sainsbury's?
Looking for vodka, probably. I don't know.
Looking for I'm going to die in Sainsbury's looking for vodka. It's nice to know you've got such a high opinion of me.
Dude, right, I've known you for literally 20 years. I've never had a high opinion of you.
You've known me for more than 20 years.
Yeah. And literally, I've never had a high opinion of you.
Well, time to change that.
Is it?
Well, I'll send you some dick pics.
Again, because 20 years, not had enough, but alright.
You've had enough. Sorry, that's the noise you normally make. You've had enough dick pics. So
It had 20 years.
Alright, in your profession, Steph, you must have done some... you must have done some fucked up things. You must have seen some fucked up things. What's the...
In my profession.
In your...
To be fair, in my profession, I have probably not seen some fucked up things.
Because you're always flying around in a helicopter.
My recent profession, yes.
Well, yeah, I wasn't talking about when you worked at Co-op with all the other... Do you remember when you were the trolley boy at Co-op and like your competition was that guy with the humpback? And but he was better at his job than you were.
He was not better than I was.
He was...
Like,
he couldn't string a sentence together and he walked with a hunched back. But he was better at collecting trolleys than you were.
But he could collect 17 trolleys an hour. I could collect 16. As much as I tried, he beat me every time. Fuck. He would unpack 15 boxes. I could only do 14. I hate that.
Right. Well, Steph said I could say what his profession is. We've alluded to it, so we can. He is a policeman, but he doesn't do real police.
Police officer.
Police officer. Okay. Sorry, he is a transgender police officer, and but he doesn't do real police work anymore. He flies around in the sky in a helicopter, but he doesn't. You don't fly the helicopter, do you?
I do real police work.
It's kind of like the special bus, you know, like one kid goes to school and they're like, where can we put this guy? Because he can't do fucking anything. Oh, stick him in the helicopter. Like, well, he can't fly it, no, but he can lick the windows. And
I don't even know what to say to you.
So he puts his uniform on and he goes helicopter. And they go, come on, Steph, and get in. And then he's like, oi! And that's his day at work, and they pay him for this.
You dick, absolute dick.
No, it must be pretty cool going up in a helicopter every day. But don't you want to learn to fly it? I mean, don't you feel sort of like phallically insufficient when you leave the window?
Yeah, absolute biff. I can't believe you said that.
No, but yeah, it must be fun having a job where where another man where you ride with another man all day long.
Yeah, I love it. Absolutely love it. That's what I live for. I live for another man riding me.
Well, yeah. So but you must have seen some fucked up shit, surely. Like, what's the weirdest thing you've ever seen?
I'm not going to talk my shit to you after you mocked me. Yeah.
It's a friendly mocking.
Yeah. Well, whatever. Your mum's a friendly mocking, but I talk to her in private. I don't talk to her on YouTube.
Well, she's not. She can't come on YouTube anymore.
It's banned.
She's been banned from YouTube for her hate comments. Right, when you're up in the helicopter, do you ever like look? Have you got like those infrared cameras?
Yeah.
Do you ever see people fucking?
Yeah.
Oh, disgusting. I bet you and your mate are like, oh, look at them doing that. And he's like, Steph, do you want to touch the joystick again? And you're like, yeah. But then it's completely innocent and you do just touch the joystick. But the other man ejaculates. that's a day in your life. Oh, I'm glad I don't.
That's a day in your life.
What?
I think by the sound of it, that is a day in your life, not mine.
Well, yes, premature ejaculation is it's fun.
Do you know what? I'll step in right now. Is premature ejaculation premature? Really?
Well, if you're busy, it's probably a useful thing, to be honest.
If you're what?
If you're busy, if you've got a lot to do.
If you're busy.
Busy? I said busy.
Yeah, busy.
You're busy.
If you're busy, then premature ejaculation can solve a lot of your problem.
Do you have a problem with it?
What?
Do you have a problem with it?
No, I'm saying it'd be nice, though.
It would be nice to have a problem with premature ejaculation.
Yeah. Do you remember this guy at school? Right. His name was Gareth. His name was Gareth something. Probably shouldn't say his last name, right? And one day he was talking and he went, oh, what? Gareth who?
West.
No. Don't name people's names. These people might look them up on Facebook and track them down. Because I'm about to say something. Mong.
Morris.
I honestly could not comment.
Gareth Morris, yeah, Karen.
I was talking to him one day, and he said...
Maybe not Gareth Morris, maybe a different Gareth.
He said, you know, when you're in a shop and you look up at the pornos, and that's great because you don't even have to wank, you just come.
Oh, I think you've mentioned that before, Adam.
Yeah. It's a good story.
Yeah, but then you end up in the news stand and they're in a puddle of
With jism.
sticky stuff.
Yeah. Well.
That's never good.
That is not good. It's certainly not good for Gareth. I don't know if I ever got over if he ever got over his problem. So I don't know. Maybe he's very unhappily married if he hasn't managed to find a solution.
There's always a solution.
Well, he could just preemptive strike, couldn't he?
What, before he goes out, just quickly himself out, then close the door and.
What? Why does he do it with the door open? Why does he close the door afterwards?
No, he's at home.
He's
Right.
But who does he live with? Maybe he lives in a shared house. Shut the door if you're going to do that kind of thing. The least you can do.
Well, I don't know if he lives in a shared house. I don't even know this person.
Well, yeah, he might well live in a shared house, and I would advise him to keep the door closed while he masturbates. I mean, that's what I tell my flatmate every day.
That's good.
That's good.
Christ.
Right. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to go on too much longer, guys, because I'm a little bit sleepy. But, this conversation has sort of degraded into a whole of depravity. But Stefan's gone away. Oh, there he is.
Still there.
Yeah, there he is.
Can I just step in for a second? I've been out of the room having a wee for about 30 seconds, and I walk in, and apparently there's talk of all sorts of shit going on.
Right.
We were just talking about places where it's acceptable to handle your business, so to speak.
Yeah. Like, you shouldn't masturbate with your door open.
Yeah, I'd agree.
So, we've all learned something here today.
Like, you shouldn't masturbate with the door open. That is what you're saying. And then you go into it. You shouldn't masturbate with the door open.
Yeah, but, you know, I'm just saying that's one of sort of life's valuable lessons. Like, and some people should think about that more.
Okay.
Right.
I was just trying to kill the dead air there.
Yeah. Well,
I think the dead air had a purpose right there. When you said to me earlier, like, what should we talk about? I was like, let's talk about Trump. You're like, no, we can't talk about Trump.
yeah.
Your decision, we should talk about, like, all this other shit, but not Trump.
Well, yeah. Well, we did briefly discuss Trump. We touched on a little of everything, but I think it's probably time to wrap it up quite soon because I'm a little bit tired. Yeah, but thanks everyone in the chat for joining me and helping me celebrate my birthday, getting very close to being 40. But before I'm 40, I can still do some cool shit. What?
How old are you right now?
38 today.
That is quite close to 40s.
Yeah, it's scary.
It's starting to get a bit too close.
Like, I need to do some crazy shit, like go to Amsterdam paintballing in a go-kart before I'm 40.
Lose some weight, maybe.
Jump off a mountain. What do you mean lose some weight? I'm in perfect condition.
Are you?
Yeah, that's what your mum said. My body was perfect. Well, that's what it sounded like, but I don't know. It's hard to tell because her mouth was full. Try and wipe that image out of your mind with some Tracy Beaker.
Tracy Beaker.
Right, well, yeah, anyway, thanks everyone in the chat. I'm going to shut this down because I think I'm a little bit worse for wear. And hopefully I'll sort out things to be able to do a proper scam baiting stream in the future. So take care, everyone. I hope you've enjoyed it. Do remember to leave a like if you have. And sorry it was a bit all over the place, but it's been fun. So take care, everyone. Thanks for joining me, Steph and Mark.
Okay, to be here. Happy birthday.
See you later.
Thanks. Thank you.